Welcome to the show, everybody. It's the Crypto Lark. Today I got the chance to sit down with the team from Myth.io to discuss their upcoming social network. Before we get into that, a quick shout out, as always, to everyone who's been hitting that like button, and of course, everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. If you're not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that button down below, or the bell, to stay up to date with all of the latest in the crypto space. Furthermore, this is, of course, not professional financial advice. This is just a dude talking about cryptocurrencies on the internet. Now, normally, I don't do a bumper for an interview. However, this is a sponsored interview. I want you guys to know that. But I also want you guys to know that since I don't normally do non-ICO sponsored reviews, I'm actually going to be giving this one back to charity. So I want you guys to shill your favorite charity to me in the comments section down below, and I'll be looking through in a week or two to decide which of the ones that I like the best, and we'll be giving some charitable donations to those companies. Anyway, let's get into the interview. Today I have with me Jeffrey Huang from Myth.io. Jeffrey, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Now, before we get into it, can you tell us a little bit about you? What's your background? Why have you decided to start a blockchain-based social network?
Okay. Background. I've been in the entertainment business for like 25 years, and I've done music, movie, TV production. I've had my own club, and then most recently, I have a 17 live streaming app, and with like the largest live streaming platform in Asia. And well, like from early on, I've been doing a lot of what you call content, music, TV, movies, right? And I get paid royalties on it. Even songs I wrote, lyrics that I wrote 25 years ago, I still see royalties on them.
Wow.
Whether you play them on the air, or if it's played at a local karaoke bar, you get your royalties. And I felt like one type of content that is not rewarded throughout the social network is personal content. So photos, videos of your dog, pets, wedding, partying, family, anything. You just give your content away. They take it, they use it, they post it, and they make money off it, ad revenue. They don't share it, and I'm aiming to change that.
Cool. So tell us about Myth. Give us kind of the rundown of what exactly it is you're trying to make. The short version, anyway. We'll get into some of the details after that.
The short version, okay. Well, it's called Mithril, and it's a tribute, to all the Dungeons and Dragon or JR Token fans or whatnot. I'm like a big sci-fi fantasy fan, and I've always wanted a Mithril sword, Mithril plate, Mithril chainmail, Mithril whatever. But now I have it, right? I got Mithril cryptocurrency. So that's where the name comes from. And it's not really relevant to personal content, but
cool nevertheless.
Yeah. And then after that, I think what else is bad? And so, like I said, it's mostly about like solving a problem, which is that personal content is not rewarded right now.
And this is a big problem. I think there's a few players who are kind of working on that a little bit, and we're going to talk about how you compare to some of those other projects a little bit later on. But this is a big problem that people create content. They spend a lot of time making content, and not even like the big YouTubers who make money off of ad revenue, but regular people. They spend time making cool photos and all these different things, and your data has value, and that data gets sold by companies like Facebook, and they make a lot of money off of it. So why not own your own data and make some money? That would be definitely cool. Why does this project need blockchain?
Why does it need blockchain? I think the blockchain tech is not there yet. I mean, people are researching it. They're developing all types of cool tech. Not cool tech, but it's advancing fast. The transaction speed's going up like exponentially. It's not quite there yet for social network, like photo storage or video storage or sending text and videos back and forth. It's not there yet, but I can see the potential already. I know a lot of companies are working on it, distributed storage or just sending uncensorable, you can't, like immutable, like everything. You can't like, it sounds great because I would love for content to be not controlled or not censored by anybody except yourself, right? And I think that's all in the near future. And but as of right now, for social networks, we are starting as a centralized platform, so that the UI, UX, everything, you guys will like it, right? And the only thing decentralized right now on our platform is the token, which is the Mithril token. Which, once it's distributed, you got it in your hot little hands, you keep it, it's yours, and you do whatever you want with it, trade it, sell, buy it, whatever you want to do. And I think the key is that we move the social network eventually when the blockchain tech is there, so that once it's up there, decentralized, it just it won't be censored by governments, it won't be censored by companies or regulated by whoever, and then definitely you got to do it so that like I really believe in a new app too. There's a new app out there that's like trying to change social networking, where it's not algorithms, it's not companies or algorithms that are deciding what you see on your social media or who you're interacting with. And I think on the Lit and Mithril platform, hopefully we can give the power back to the people, not just the rights or whatnot, but also like what or when you see your social media. Yeah.
Cool. And now you guys have the app coming, and that's the Lit app, and that's going to be the way to access the Mithril network. Is that correct?
Yes. I mean, it's already out. The Google Android beta version is out already, and people are downloading it and using it and giving us good feedback. And we are, like our guys are not, 24 hours a day, not sleeping, working around the clock, getting, updating it, fixing bugs. And it's exciting. It's really exciting. And iOS is a little bit slower because, they got heavier regulation, and they're like not as crypto friendly. Hopefully, that changes. But we're working on it. And we got a test flight version out that passed. So that shows that, we're making progress, that we should be able to get on the normal iOS store soon. Hopefully.
Cool.
Yeah.
How many downloads have you had so far?
Thousands. I expect tens of thousands in less than a month. And it looks exponential. And it's only been 2 days. This is the third day.
Wow.
And feels good.
That's really cool. That's really cool to see that people are responding to it. And of course, I think it really helps that you guys already have a successful platform, and so this is, you've got a whole audience already that you can sell this to, basically, as far as saying, hey guys, check out the new thing that we're doing, get involved, it's really cool, you can get in on the ground floor of this, which I think people are always really interested in too.
Well, actually, we have not even started pushing that either, and we're getting the thousands of users.
There you go. It's
That's a beta, cool. So we don't want to like 10. It's already crashing, or there's bugs, and you got to build it up.
Yeah, absolutely. And now you guys have these things called Lit Stories. What's that?
Okay, so on social media, it was a big time battle between Facebook and Snapchat, and Facebook uses a news feed, and Snapchat uses a story feed. It's a different format. And then if you've seen it, or everybody knows, is Instagram and Facebook have been copying Snapchat's story format because it works better, at least for personal content. So we're definitely adapting the story format, which is basically a way to consume people's photos and videos easier and better among your friends. It's usually a chronological order. Instead of an algorithm deciding what you see, when or where, and sometimes that could be skewed so that their revenue is higher for the ad revenue or whatnot, and also what they think is relevant content to you, and you don't have much control over it.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't think people realize how much of victims they are of algorithms on Facebook, for example. There are whole segments of my friend group that I don't even see anymore because for what one reason or another, they've been cut out by the algorithm, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. Now, you guys are doing what's called social mining. What the heck is social mining?
Man, I think that's the funnest or the most interesting part, because like early on, my friends were like, "Hey, get into Bitcoin mining," and I didn't. I regretted it. Then Ether mining, and then so so the thing is, I was thinking, so we're inspired by Bitcoin mining, right? The whole proof of work concept, and we decided, okay, this is something that everybody does every day. You're socially posting and giving away your content every day. Like when you take a picture, there's sentimental value. That's the value it starts off with. Afterwards, once you post it on mobile, the internet, the cloud, whatnot, the second it generates traffic, it becomes valuable. You are generating money for somebody, and it's definitely not you. And so we thought, you're doing proof of work. You're doing work, right? It's a proof of work. So we coined it social mining, right? It's inspired by Bitcoin and the proof of work. And so when you post photos, videos, text, later on blogging and whatnot, you are generating value. So in our world, that's social mining. And when we bring up social mining, there's other things that we didn't put in our white paper, because the funny thing is, like, I feel like I'm part of the old school world and then part of the crypto world now. And in the old school world, when I was doing my Ichi live streaming, I had some major business wars and competitions. Like we fought for every piece of market share. And you don't give away your blueprint. You don't give away all your ideas or features you're going to do to your competitors, and you write it there on a white paper for everybody to see. And that's the cool thing about the whole blockchain and crypto market, is that everybody's so transparent, or tries to be. And I think that's cool. But like in the white paper, we didn't want to write about our proof of stake idea, because we are studying the blockchain, the whole community, and seeing what it's all about. And I think the proof of stake is awesome. Like, when Bitcoin is made, there was no proof of stake, right? It's like you mine it, you sell it, you sell off your Bitcoin, and you can still mine it. Whereas I heard, there's the different types that would be like, okay, you have to have a stake in it in order to mine it, right? And I definitely like that idea. So we are implementing that. If you look in our timeline, we don't write proof of stake, but we do have a Mithril vault coming. And like a vault, what do you do with a vault? You store valuables in it, right? Or store something in it. So our proof of stake is you store your Mithril, and one of the privileges is right now, some people stake for voting rights or whatnot. Our stake initially will be that it makes it easier for you to socially mine. In proof of stake Bitcoin mining, the difficulty, there's mining difficulty. It gets harder and harder to mine Bitcoin because more and more people are doing it. The amount of Bitcoin is getting more and more scarce. So we will have the same thing. We'll have mining difficulty and whatnot. But through your proof of stake, you will keep the mining difficulty low, or lower than someone that has no staking involved. So I think that's something that's fun. The proof of stake, proof of mining, proof of stake, proof of work, social mining. This is what's really interesting, and we're trying to improve on it every day.
Okay, interesting. So this is going to be an Ethereum-based token. You're not planning on doing your own blockchain, are you?
Yeah, I would definitely not say never. And we are looking at it. There's a lot of Ethereum developers that I'm trying to poach. Is that the right? Should I say that? I don't know. Like, it's okay. It's okay. I mean, that's the thing, is like this market and this community is very eccentric. It's totally different. I think for now, definitely we're on the ERC20. I mean, Ethereum's great. It's my favorite crypto. Yeah, and then comes Mithril. But actually, it's top three: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Mithril. That's it. That's all I ever look at. But when I look at Ethereum and our ERC20 token, yes, someday if there's I wouldn't mind using other people's solutions. Like if shout outs to like Zilliqa and all the other up and coming, you guys are doing all these cool protocols. Like if they'd make it right, like a lot of these are theory, or they're talking about it someday it's going to change the world, or yada yada yada. Well, if they're changing the world, I'll be using it. If not, can I put a team together and build my own, my own chain that is specifically for social networks? And definitely, we are ambitious. We do have, um, we have executors. We got people on the team that want to make things happen. So, yeah, I wouldn't say that will be on the ERC20 token forever. And maybe Ethereum just keeps on scaling, gets better and better, and we can keep using it forever, or they come up with cool solutions that we could use.
Now, as far as the social mining goes, we're going to tie this in here, I guess, a bit with Ethereum. So let's say I've been posting photos, right? What kind of rewards can I actually get in Mithril? I mean, am I going to get like a 50th of a cent per interaction as far as social mining goes? And then how does that work? I mean, I wouldn't get a 50th of a cent of Mithril and then cross that across the Ethereum blockchain to my wallet, because the gas fees would actually be higher than the Mithril. So how are you guys approaching that situation?
Okay, so when I look at that, I think it's pretty it's really interesting. And interesting is in, okay, so we started off at a base, right? Because I do use YouTube. Like I really admire YouTube for doing rev share and managing rights of, 'cause I have music on there, I've got videos on there, I got a lot of stuff on there. I would like to get paid more from them, but it's like you don't have much of a choice. I think their average is 1,000 views for $1 US.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it goes up to 7 depending on how good the content is and the deal flow of the ad revenue and whatnot. So on ours, we did base the initial algorithm off of 1,000 views, quality views. You can't just like have like bots or just some spam 1-second views. I mean, you gotta look at the content, right? So you have some initial rate limiting or different things to manage it. But yeah, we are basing it off of $1 per 1,000 views. But I think that definitely is going to change. I'm just, as of today, it's around 1,000 quality views for $1 US worth of Mithril.
Okay.
And the Mithril is attached to currently trading on OKEX, so to that API to check where it's trading.
And is that paid out basically every time you reach $1, or is that like once every 24 hours there'll be an accounting of how many dollars you've earned in the past 24 hours?
Yeah. So centralized wise, you could see it like right away, real time. I think. I think we're working on that. I don't know if it updates exactly real time to the second, right? But definitely, right now I think 24 hours we do give you an update. And aside from that is, like a mining update. But right now is we are building the Mithril wallet, and that's probably we'll set it up. I want to set it up so that you can just click whenever and then go and take it, off the main chain, right? The Ethereum main chain. But that's we're working on it. That's Q2. We should get it done. We should hit our deadlines. We're pretty good about that.
Okay, great. So about the token itself, I mean, what's the exact utility of the token? Is it only used as sort of, I guess, a settlement layer, or is there sort of any other uses for the token?
If any programmer, anybody could check out our smart contract for the token. It's a very simple token. I think nice and clean is the way I like to keep it. And it's probably one of the shortest smart contracts you'll ever read. It's pretty simple. It's limited at 1 billion Mithril tokens, and doesn't track. It doesn't do anything, fancy. The way I see it is that now that it's already listed on the open exchange or whatnot, other social apps, dating apps, whatnot, can definitely implement it to use as a payment for subscription or in-app purchases. I see it in all these virtual currency type of platforms can definitely accept Mithril. I actually believe the ERC20 token, the more it gets adopted everywhere, then Mithril gets adopted too. And a lot of times people are telling me things like, oh yeah, where can you use your crypto? And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is the other thing we didn't write inside our white paper, but we're doing like it's called Mithril Shift, and it's a tribute to Shapeshift, right? And I think with Shapeshift, um, wherever crypto is accepted, you're good. Like let's say one day Starbucks takes Litecoin only, right? Okay, I get there, I just shapeshift my Mithril into Litecoin in my Mithril wallet, and I spend it. I go to McDonald's, they only accept Bitcoin. I shapeshift my Mithril to Bitcoin and spend it. So in the future, I think because of the shapeshift idea, and once it's implemented onto wallets or phones, wherever you go, you got to exchange, right? It's just like I fly from Taiwan to Japan, and when I get to the airport, I switch my currency into yen. If I go from Japan to the States, I switch it to USD when I get at the airport. But now with mobile apps and everything, and since all the currency is like, in the cloud or in the air, you just hit a button and shift it into whatever currency you need to use at the time. So as long as crypto is penetrating the real world, uh, crypto will be accepted anywhere. It becomes like a mix and not really, oh, they only accept this at this payment place. No, you can just shift it. Yeah.
Interesting. Now, if we compare Mithril, for example, to Steemit, how are you different from Steemit?
I think Steemit, love them, but they're more like people blog, write texts and articles. Um, it's 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 I feel slow about it. I think it's a little slow overall. It doesn't feel like they're improving that fast. Oh, okay, maybe they were headed in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
So some people, I've read things in forums, and I liked what they said. They basically said Steemit is a crypto medium, and the medium,
Yeah.
blog site, right? And I would say we're like the crypto Instagram. So we're more a social network. I don't think they're really about being a social network. It's more a news site. I'm not sure. I don't think we're exactly the same thing. That's for sure. We're not competitors yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and of course you're looking at different markets and things. I guess with Steam, but there's the Steam blockchain underneath that, which of course issues out rewards, and they've built other applications on top of that. There's now a Twitter-like thing on Steam, and also a YouTube-like thing on Steam. The Steam blockchain, not Steemit, of course. Now, what about some of the other?
I believe in Steemit. I believe. Okay, so yeah, there are cryptos out there that I really do like. Yeah, I do like. Yeah, I like Steemit.
Yeah, Steam's is very robust without a doubt. Now, what about some of the other guys out there? What about, for example, Gifto? I know the guys at UpLive, they're also, heavy in the Asian market, for example, and they're working, I guess, more digital gifting, but how do you see them? Do you see them as competitors?
No, no. We were competitors in the live streaming industry, as opposed to my the company, my Ichi Media, Michi. We are competitors even till today. But on the crypto front, I think Gifto is. I actually give a lot of respect for moving into the crypto market from live streaming, and but I see it more of a prepay. And like you got to buy it. I'm not asking you to buy Mithril. I'm telling you to mine it, right? You come out and
you're giving it away.
I'm not giving it away. So
well, that's true.
It's like, I don't believe in airdrops or candy drops or whatever drops. Like everywhere I went, people are like, "Hey, you should do this to promote the Mithril or do this." I'm like, hell fucking no. This shit ain't free. This isn't that. It's not.
Gotta
one
work
of those,
for
like,
it.
You're friggin' shitty coins or whatever, right? So the bottom line is like, it's not hard work. Just do what you do already on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat, and mine it. You get Mithril, and one day Mithril is going to be, I want it to be one of the top 3 cryptos out there: Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Mithril. That's what I keep saying. It's like we're real, and we're going to be one of the roughest. And so basically, yeah, I mean, mine it. It's yours. It's what you deserve. Everybody has intellectual property rights, and it's yours. So mine it, take it. And after that, like I said, I definitely don't see us as competitors with crypto. With Gifto, it's like you said, is if I use Mithril as a currency, right? am I a competitor of Bitcoin or Ethereum? I don't think so. But like I said, is it's too broad. So
Yeah.
looking at it, I'm doing more of a social network. Like I said, crypto Instagram, and we're in two totally different, fields.
Cool. Cool. Awesome. Now, you guys are going a little bit beyond, I guess, just social networking too. You're also building the Mithril Merchant Network. What is this? Can you break it down for us?
So we brought this up earlier. I think the Mithril Merchant Network is going to be more of a it's like a club, right? It's like basically like I said, is like I believe in the Mithril like what I said earlier about the shape shifting and whatnot. I think this and the Merchant Network are gonna run into each other, overlap a lot of things because, well, like I said, if Starbucks is using Litecoin, yeah, you're part of the Merchant Network family too. Then it's like I said, once you can shift the currency. So we wrote that in the white paper, and we had ideas. We have a lot of ideas for that. Like we can set up a system where, hey, if you're a merchant, let's say if you're Starbucks and you had that myth, well, how am I gonna reward you? Maybe I use the Lit platform to, say, hey, announce that Starbucks is using Myth now, and then try to push our Myth users to spend Myth at Starbucks. But in my opinion, this is not really key because maybe a shape shifting wallet will take care of any of these kind of Myth merchant network needs. Yeah, so we probably would have to pivot there and try to figure something else out other than that you could spend Myth at that merchant.
Cool. I see that Stella from QTUM is working as an advisor with Mithril. What's the relationship there between you and the QTUM guys?
Okay. I got lucky that, I have a lot just I reached out to friends and friends of friends are all crypto people. And I'm like, wow. So, I'm meeting all the big names, like I have some crypto friends of mine that are big crypto fans, and they're like, oh, you know who, or you got to meet who? And like, it's like, they're all excited. They're like, oh, who are you meeting next? Or, and yeah, I'm meeting everybody, and, maybe I'm lucky in Taiwan. I got a lot of pull. In Hong Kong, I got a lot of friends, and people are hooking me up. So one of the people that we hit it off right away with was the QTUM family, and Patrick and Stella are very nice to me. They're very supportive. Things I didn't know about crypto, they educated me on. They gave me a lot of good advice. So it was only natural that Stella jumped on board to be our advisor, and then give us a lot of things we didn't know. I mean, actually, when I met Stella, we met our main lead investor was Sora.vc, which is Jason, and he's ex Fembushi, and he's part of that QTUM family too. Yeah.
Really cool. I guess the big question for me is, why'd you go with Ethereum and not with QTUM?
That's a good question. Before I even met Stella and them, I was planning to do Ethereum. Like, I've been a fan of Ethereum for a long time, and QTUM, so I really believe that the top. Well, I like QTUM, so we've already talked about building I have a pretty big engineering team, and we do have, like I said, I have the Ichi live streaming, and then I got this new Mithril team, and we're still recruiting and hiring, in my opinion, the best of the best engineers every day. And through these engineers, I would like to try building apps, decentralized apps, and because QTUM is so supportive and everything, and they are doing some stuff that's pretty new, under development that I've seen, and we're going to try to build some decentralized apps on there. I think going back to my roots, I did dating apps before I did the Ichi live streaming, and that's where I'd like to explore first, is do a few new types of social D apps that I have in mind, and I'm going to try building them on the QTUM network.
Cool. Definitely, we're looking forward to seeing those when they come out in the future too. Now, I saw that you did an AMA with the guys from Arc.io. Is there any relationship there, or are they just saying, hey, come hang out with us for a little bit?
I got a lot of friends. Yeah, and those guys are cool. I mean, they're great. Like all these guys you're naming are like the early supporters of Mithril. Like Mithril, uh, it is new, it is young. The idea is not new though. I've been wanting to rock on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and all these guys have been taking content for free for a long time. Before I started my 17 Media, the live streaming app, I've been wanting to figure a way out to uh, do something about this personal content problem. And yeah, but like the art guys, friend of friends, and they're like, dude, your idea is great, and then like we have a community that you can reach out to, and I'm very appreciative that they support us, you know, that early on. It's like it's a French blockchain, or like it's a pretty cool group of guys. They're very friendly and very supportive of Mithril.
Yeah, cool, cool. It's good to. It's really interesting to see the connections that you guys have been making, and obviously, I think that says a lot about your project. That the guys from Arc, the guys from Quantum look over and go, "Hey, that's cool. Let's hang out. Let's talk. Let's find out how we can find synergies and work together." So that's really cool to see that going on. Let's talk about the roadmap. What can we expect from Mithril in 2018?
I think anything you see on a that's cool feature wise on a social platform, doesn't matter if it's live streaming, gifting, or if you see, like in my opinion, there's like all the AR going on, and there's like the facial filters, facial recognition filter. All that is very the basics, I think, and we definitely need to have that. Now, in 2018, just doing that alone is pretty ambitious, and we're pushing on it, and to adapt the wallet shifting and other things that we have hidden from our competitors. But you know, after a while, I think we could lay it all out, because I don't really see any big competitor catching up to us after a while. But you know, we have a long-term goal, and the long-term vision is pretty simple. There's two in my opinion, big-time leaders. So, you know, Facebook is for your parents, Snapchat's for the teenagers, and then we'll be for the crypto generation. So we're not planning for now; we're planning for later. 3 to 5 years from now, I believe everybody will be into crypto. And so, if we take another look at a juggernaut in the social space is WeChat. So in China, they started social and IM, but now they went into your financials, and you can pay for everything with WeChat. Your house bills, your utilities,
Wow.
your groceries, food, whatever. So they went from social to financial. So on the Lit and Mithril's front, we will start from social, and we'll go to your crypto. I think that Lit is like Instagram, right? And so everybody uses Instagram every day, but not everybody uses crypto yet, and not everybody knows crypto yet. So we're kind of like the gateway crypto. Mithril will be like a social gateway crypto, bring the masses into crypto. Like it's almost like an airdrop, like, you know, the whole thing. But like I said, nothing's free. Like you're doing proof of work, you earn your Mithril, you'll check your wallet, you'll be like, hey, what is this? Mithril? What's Mithril? And you ask some friends, some crypto friends, they tell you about it. They say, hey, that's a cryptocurrency. They'll be like, huh, what's that? You know, but maybe through Lit and Mithril, the average person will learn about crypto, and then, you know, get it, you know, they'll start looking into it. Oh, I heard of, you know, Bitcoin before that, you know, so Bitcoin and Mithril, and then later on they'll be, oh, Ethereum and whatnot. And from there, we'll see if, like I said, through social, we could, you know, get into crypto through social. Yeah.
I find all this fascinating, which is one of the reasons why I want to talk to you guys, is because you actually see this real drive, I think, to get people onboarded with cryptocurrency. And there's a few other guys doing it as well, bringing sort of mainstream ideas like, hey, let's do social media and then reward people for participating in that with cryptocurrency. And for a lot of people, the first place that they're going to get any cryptocurrency is going to be through Mithril or through Props or one of these other social media platforms, because everyone uses it anyway. And they're always looking for new social media and new ways to be cool and share information and connect with their friends. So actually seeing this, I think, is a really good way to connect people to cryptocurrency, as well as, of course, giving them another great social media option, which is pretty cool. Now, what about your target market? Is this solely targeted in East Asia at the moment, or can you tell us about that?
I gotta, yeah, it looks like we can expand a lot faster. Um, it looks good. So when I did my other startups or earlier businesses, it was very hard. Fundraising is crazy. It's crazy hard. It's trouble. Um, it's cumbersome. It rocks on your psyche. Like you're all excited to build your product, but you don't have the money for it, or you don't have you want to expand your project, you want to market it, you want to do things, but you just don't have the funding. And this time around, I want to thank everybody for, those that supported Mithril early on. Is like they've given me the ammunition to go out there and fight the major networks. And yeah, it's definitely not a East Asia thing. Like, um, I grew up in California, and I still have network out there. I still got friends, and I plan on going back real soon, and probably starting up, a branch out there, an office out there. I mean, most of this is all like you said it's in the air. It's blockchain. It's out there, right? It's not. There's no borders.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, hey, this is only for who, or we're going to target who. Um, I can I actually think that sooner or later other people will be building apps and just being like, oh, you can mine Mithril here, or you can use Mithril here. Um, like we just started, and we're ambitious. I definitely want to set up like a Mithril Foundation that can work with other social apps
Mm-hmm.
that are friendly or willing to adapt Mithril, and then we could set up some rules on how they can mine or how they can do things. But in the roadmap for 2018, not yet. And but I definitely see us. You'll hear noise from us definitely, stateside or wherever else, the rest of the world. Yeah.
Okay, really cool. Yeah, I suppose I asked the questions. I know things like language can be a barrier. So if you want to get into the Russian market, you have to have everything translated into Russian and Russian help for people, so on and so forth. So, but obviously, yeah, a global project, and this is the great part about cryptocurrencies is that we can be borderless, and anyone anywhere can actually use that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and what about, I guess, maybe broader versus instead of just your target markets, but your marketing plan overall? Why should people come and use Mithril over an existing platform? And how are you actually going to be connecting with individuals to say, hey, come and check us out?
So that has always been the problem for new social networks, is why move, right? I've already got followers here. I got friends here. I mean, the main point definitely driving home here is the social mining, the rewarding of your personal content. You can continue to give it away for free. I prefer not to, and it's not. And switching over is not as hard as it's like e-commerce, right? It's just a click of a button and you get a cheaper price. A click of a button, you might buy a better product.
Mm-hmm.
So all it is a click of a button. You download a new app. You and we're trying to beat up on Facebook, and we have Facebook login, right? It's kind of funny. But you get in there and you can do it on your IG. Say, hey, this is my lit ID. Come follow me. You can do it on your Facebook. Of course, they got algorithms to block that shit if you try to like advertise some other person's social network. But I think IG is pretty free on that. Twitter is not really a blocker, a little bit, but it doesn't matter. Like word of mouth, I think switching over, getting your fans or getting your friends and family on there is not hard, and I think there will be a catalyst, and there's going to be a critical mass point where it's going to take off, and then it won't be too hard to maybe in the beginning
Mm-hmm.
is to convince your friends, hey, come follow me here. They go, what the fuck? We're already on the same network over here. Why should we go over? Well, that depends on the early movers, the early adopters that are helping to grow the Mithril network and lit. And that's why the social mining, it's like Bitcoin early on. When you mined it back then, you're like, oh, it's 1 penny, 2 pennies. Let me buy a pizza for 10,000 Bitcoin. It's cheap now. It's easier to mine. And, later on, it might be 10,000 views to earn, a little bit of Mithril, or 100,000 views to earn a little bit of Mithril. And the Mithril you earn today, it could be worth much more in the future. Who knows? I feel good about it, and I think our chances are good to make a lot of noise.
Yeah, cool. And honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people who are kind of fed up with a lot of the social media anyway, so it's such an opportune time for challengers to be coming into the space, because people are fed up with Facebook and all these other things. You know, they're tired of the censorship, they're tired of, you know, the BS advertising, they're tired of they're having their data stolen and sold to other people. So the need is there without a doubt. So it's pretty cool. Now, one more quick question while I have you on the line here. The crypto scene in Taiwan, what's that like? What's your feeling on it? Is it really vibrant? Is it picking up? Can you tell us a bit about that?
I think late to the game, but definitely friendly and supportive. The government is in open talks. I'm part of them to regulate and support cryptocurrency. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's definitely not one of the, banning ICOs or banning this and banning that. They haven't banned anything yet. And me and my circle of crypto community here in Taiwan are definitely working with the government closely and trying to figure out what's best for the public and how to adopt blockchain technologies and crypto into our society.
Awesome. Yeah. Really cool to see another country doing positive steps towards crypto. Now, you guys are listed currently on OKX. Are there any other exchanges at the moment?
OKEX, they're one of the biggest, and we have an exclusive till the 24th of this month, and after that, we will be announcing more exchanges.
Okay, great. So everyone can, if you want to get it today, get over there and check out OKEX. Otherwise, keep tuned for the end of the month. There'll be some more exchange listings coming, which is really cool. Jeffrey, I want to thank you for taking the time to sit down and tell us about Mithril and talk about social media with us. It's been a really cool chat, so thank you for your time.
Thanks for having me again. Thank you.